is welcome to the video class for Power Electronics and PLC. This video class is for 5th semester Electrical and Electronics Diploma Engineering students. So today's topic is diode. This is bidirectional thyristor diode. Okay. So what is this diode? Diode is a family member of thyristor. Okay, diode is also one type of power semiconductor device which comes under the thyristor family. Okay, so this diode is named this diode word is obtained from the capital letter, that is diode, that can work in AC. Diode, in diode, that is diode, diode that can work in AC. So this di, this AC combine and form diode. Okay, so diode is basically similar. Diode is basically in structural representation under structure or layer diagram. It is basically same as the thyristor layer diagram. How? Let's see. This is here also in thyristor the 4 layers are there, that is PN, PN. So here also 4 layers, PN, PN, and if we go from this side to this side, then PN, PN dash. So it also has 4 layers, 3 junctions. Okay, it has 2 terminal, 1 and 2, and thyristor has 3 terminal, but here diode has 2 terminal. Okay, so here we can apply voltage V12 across this side. See, I can apply V12 where 1 positive, 2 negative, or I can apply V21 where this is positive, this is negative. Okay, so this is the cross-sectional view of the layer diagram of diode. This is the symbolic representation of diode. This symbol represents that it has 2 diode connected in anti-parallel way. Okay, 2 diode connected in anti-parallel structure forms the diode symbol. Okay, so here this is the VI characteristics for diode. So what happens? Let's see. When voltage V12 with terminal 1 positive and 2 negative. Okay, when V12 with terminal 1 positive and 2 negative is applied, and if we increase this voltage V12, and when this increasing amount of voltage exceeds breakover voltage level, that is VB1, when this increased V12 value exceeds this breakover voltage VB1, then the structure see, this is positive and this is negative. When this is positive, this is negative, then this PN, that means this junction J1, J2, and see junction J1, J2, J3. Okay, so these 3 junctions, from these 3 junctions J1 and J3 are already in forward bias and J2 is in reverse bias. So when we increase the forward voltage, that is V12, then when the forward voltage exceeds the forward breakover voltage VB1, then structure PN conduct, because after exceeding this VB1 level, J2 has reached breakdown, avalanche breakdown. That's why PN structure will conduct. Okay, so again, if I apply positive supply voltage at 2 and negative supply at 1, when 2 is positive with respect to 1, that means I apply V21, this voltage V21. Okay, so when we apply V21 voltage across 1 and 2 terminal, where 2 is positive, then 1 is negative, then what happens? Which 4 layers are conducted? Then if this is plus, that means this link to both N and P. That's why, see, from this structure, this is PN, or you can say PN. Here in this P layer, N layer is hatched. Here in this P layer, N layer is hatched. And this is here this is metals deposited. That means you can draw like this. This is one metallic layer. Okay. This is one metallic layer. That means now this terminal 1 linked to P layer and also N dash layer. This two terminal linked with N layer and also P layer. Okay. So when 2 positive with respect to 1 and V21 voltage apply across this terminal 1 and 2, then this 4 layer PN dash will conduct. In this case, junction J1 is this one junction J1, this is junction J2, this is junction J3. Okay, when this is positive, this link to P and this link to N, so obviously it linked to this layer because by applying positive to this, P N form forward bias. Similarly, if minus, that means this links to N dash. Okay, so N dash P in between the junction N dash and P, this J2 forms forward bias. Only J2 has reverse bias mode. Okay, so when I apply V21 voltage, and when this V21 voltage exceeds a breakover level, that is VBO2, okay, then structure PN dash will conduct. Okay, so now when V1 to apply with 1 positive, 2 negative, then current will flow like this, PN. When 2 positive, 1 negative, then current is flow like this. Okay, so that's why it is a bidirectional thyristor diode. That means here current can flow in both the direction, in the bidirectional direction. Okay, so here it act like a thyristor diode. Okay, its symbol is this. Here it is a two diodes connected in anti-parallel form. The whole structure forms diode. Okay, so it's turn on. This is the VI characteristics of diode. See, when this stage is the forward blocking mode, while we are increasing V12 voltage. While we increasing V12, when it is when it exceeds this breakover level, then suddenly voltage decreases, current rises. Again, when I apply V21 reverse voltage, at that time, here also V21, we increase the V21 value. When it reach the VBO2, that is breakover voltage level, then suddenly voltage decreases, current increases. Okay, see, this is a symmetrical graph. Okay, so whatever graph is in forward direction, the same graph is in reverse direction also. So that's why it is a symmetrical structure. Okay, symmetrical graph, it has symmetrical graph. Whatever the graph in forward direction, the same structure will come in the reverse direction. Okay, so that means it is an interchangeable device. That means we can conduct this device, or this device can be used as a switch in both the direction. From 1 to 2 current can flow, from 2 to 1 also current can flow. Okay, it is an interchangeable device. So its turn-on voltage is about 30 volt. Okay, and when it is conducting, it acts like a low resistance. Okay, when it is conducting, it acts like a low resistance, and with 3 volt voltage drop across it. So this voltage level is 3 volt, up to 3 volt, and this applied voltage. Okay, this applied voltage, that means when we apply some forward voltage, then the device can turn on at 30 volt level. Okay, about 30 volt value. Okay, so when this this device is conducting, it acts like a closed switch, and when this device is not conducting, it acts like a open switch. Okay, so sometimes it is called or it is named as gateless triac. Gateless triac. So what is this gateless triac? How it is called as gateless triac? When we studied in the next part about this triac, then only you can understand that how the diac called as gateless triac. But till further, just you remember that diac is also known as gateless triac. Okay, after reading the triac part, after studying the triac part, we can better understand how the diac called as gateless triac. Clear? Okay, thank you.